We are starting a new topic, which is right. So let me find right. So right, this is what we are doing right. Right. So today we are starting. Let's find out what the topic is about. Right. For example. All right. So let's hear what we have like about. Right. And did you know? Right. Let's hear. Can you read for me the sentence? This paragraph, please.
Science and
Scientists
scientists and electronic engineers are always designing new devices to make our lives easier. One of the latest
development,
de- developments
made
is the the use of voice
our
to
voices.
our voices to control device so that there is no longer a need to press a button to switch something on or off. Many people now have devices in their homes that they can speak to and ask for information. For example, what is the weather like, or where's the nearest park? There are also
Voice
controlled
voice
voice
controlled
controlled device
devices.
devices that we can use to turn on the lights, control our heating, cook our food, and even clean our house.
Our houses.
Our houses.
Very good. All right. So remember when there's an S, right, on house, right? We have house and houses, right? Houses, it means they are many, right? Like it's the
Yes.
uh, plural, right? Because our houses, we mean my house, your
As
neighbor's
many house.
house. Yes, right. So remember to pronounce the S's because they say, for example, you are reading a script and I'm not seeing this, right? I'm not seeing the page, what you are reading, but I should know from your pronunciation of word, this is many, this is one, right?
Yes.
So it's important to pronounce these S like lights and devices, right?
Devices.
Yes. All right. Remember to always pronounce the S so that we know what you're talking. Is it one? Is it two? Development, right? Development. When there's an S, we say
Development.
yes, development. Then when it is what when there is no S, we say development. You see?
Development.
Yes. You see the difference? Development and development. You see? Right. So that is good. So always remember to see to know when it is used for singular or plural, right? So right. So now let's continue. Let's see. Right. So we have, for example, we have even in computers, right? Now we have voice controlling, right? Voice over controlling, right? Voice
Yes.
controlled devices. Even our computer can say, um, for example, our phones. Siri, that is one example, right? In iPhones, we've got Siri. You know Siri, right? And
Mm,
then in I know in Windows, right? In
yeah.
Windows, Microsoft we've got Cortina, right? Cortina is one of the voice controlling in a laptop. Siri We have got Siri in iPhones, right?
Yes.
And we've got Cortina in Windows, right? And we've got Alexia. I don't know. I've heard.
What means Alexia?
What? Sorry?
What means this?
Which one? Oh, Cortina. Right. So you know Siri from iPhone, right? We
Yes.
say iPhone, we say Siri, and then we've got Cortina from Windows, like another voiceover, same as Siri, right? In iPhone, this is Siri, right? iPhone,
Yes.
right? And then this is Cortina, Windows, like our laptops, Windows laptops. Yes, in our laptops. So it's same as Siri. We say Siri, open my call dad, and then say calling dad. Siri, open widget, and then opening widget. Right, that is the voice controlled devices like our phones. That's one of those, right? All right, so let's continue to the next page. Right. Okay. And then we've got hello vocabulary. Right. So this is vocabulary. We are just looking at the words. Look at the words in bold and read the definition. Right. So the definition of what we have. Number one. Number one.
Number one, device is an object of
Or machine.
machine like a TV or a smartphone.
Right. Device. And number two.
Number two,
It's
always small and often round. When you press it, you can turn a device on or off.
so what is it? Button.
Button.
Yes, a button. Right, that is good. And number three, the third word,
Display
display. Very good.
is the part of a device that shows words, numbers, or pictures.
Very good. So, right, it's a part of a device that shows words, numbers, or pictures. For example, what we are looking at here, right, as you are looking at your laptop, and also as I'm looking at my computer, right, this is the device which is showing us everything that we are seeing here, showing us these words, right, showing us these words. And the fourth one, the fourth one
The first one is electrical.
electrical.
Electrical. The
Electrical.
electrical.
That's electrical. Right? Electrical.
It describes
It
something.
describes. It
It
describes.
describes something that works with
Electricity.
electricity and does a
Simple.
simple job like a lamp or an
Iron.
iron.
Very good. So this one is for iron, like an iron for straightening our clothes. When we want to wear our clothes and then you can iron your clothes, that is electrical. Let's go. The next one.
Next one is electrical.
Electronic. Electronic.
Electronic.
Electronic.
Electronic.
Good.
It describes something like a
Like a
laptop,
laptop.
laptop,
Digital. Digital. This one.
digital,
Digital.
digital,
Yes, digital.
digital,
Digital. Yes. Digital camera.
digital camera, or a TV player. Electronic
Very good.
devices use electricity, but they do more
Complicated. They do more complicated.
complicated
Complicated.
things than electrical devices.
Okay. The other one is
Equipment.
equipment. Very good.
Equipment is um marginal general word for device.
Devices. Remember the S.
Devices.
Look at the S. Remember the S. Devices.
Devices, tools, or
Tools.
tools, or
Objects.
object,
Yes. Or objects.
objects
That
that help you do something.
is right. And the following one.
Handheld.
Very good. Handheld.
Handheld. It describes something. Describe.
It describes something.
Describe something that's small enough to hold your hands.
Or to hold in your hands. Very good. Hold in your hands. A handheld.
Hold in your hand.
Good. You can have a handheld. It's good. Right. And the one next one. Plug.
Plug. It's an object that we put in the wall. It
Right. It
connects a device to electricity.
Very good. So when we say it connects, like a plug, for example, right, you want to put power on your phone. Yeah? Like, for example, the battery is low, right? You know, your battery.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is your battery. Like, for example, we have the battery, right? of your phone is here, low, right? No battery. So what do? You take your phone charger, right?
Yeah.
And put it on the wall, like, right? For you to charge the battery. So for you to charge the battery. So that is what you put on the wall is the plug. What you put on to have electricity is what we have called the plug. Very good. Right. All right. Let's continue.
Power is the in
Is the energy.
energy. It's the energy or electricity that machine
Machine.
machine needs to work.
Good. Right. So it is the power or power is the energy or electricity that a machine needs to work. For example, as people, we need food, right? To
Yes.
live. So, power, for example, we have electricity, right? Or energy. For example, we can also have power as like fuel. We can call it power because it uh, it gives energy for cars to go, right? Right. So for energy for cars, right, we have petrol, right? Fuel, petrol, right? It's also petrol, it's also power.
Power.
Yes. Petrol is for power for cars to go. And also I don't know, that is all what we have. Also diesel is another power, right? Energy is another energy part. So all right, so let's continue. The last one is
Last one is it's the sound produced
volume.
by
Volume.
a
Can you say the
volume.
word? Volume. Very good.
Volume. It's the sound of
It's the
that
sound produced
produced by a device. It's it can be loud, low, quiet,
quiet or high.
long, loud.
Yes, or high, loud. So, for example, right, it is the sound produced by a device, right? It can be low, or that is quiet, or high, that is loud. For example, right, for you to hear what I'm saying, right, that is sound, right? On your computer, you hear through my sound, and then you can put the volume up high to hear me, or you can put the volume low so that you can hear me from afar, right? That is volume, right? You can hear me in like a little, as little, like maybe someone, and then you might think I am whispering, but because of volume, right? You can control what you want to hear. Do you want to hear loud? Very good. Right. So, and then we have a tip, right? We have had equipment, power, and volume are uncountable nouns, right? So we have a tip saying these are uncountable nouns, so we cannot count uh, the volume, right? Let's say, but we can say the volume is at 60%, right? it's at 60%. Measuring with the type of device. For example, if we have a bigger speaker, right? If we have a bigger speaker like this is speaker 1, right? Small, it is small, right? Right. But we have a bigger speaker number 2, right? A speaker where we have volume of sound, right? If we say this one is at 60%, right? Right, that is the volume at 60 right here, right? And here also we can say it's at 60%, right? But the sound of this one is much higher than the sound of this one. So depending on the size of the speaker, so we only say 60%, right? And the power, we call it, we have volts, but we, right? And we have watts. That is how we can measure power. We've got some several measure units, but we cannot actually count it. It's on the group of uncountable nouns. All right. So right, let's continue. Right. What do we have here? So we are having develop your vocabulary phrase, right? Develop your vocabulary. So we have very phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs. So phrasal verbs are very common in English. They are made up
of the
of verbs, of a verb,
verb, switch, and a part,
a
particle,
particle,
particle, or sometimes two particles either in a
adding a particle,
often complete changes the meaning of the
of the verb. The meaning of the verb. Very good. Right. For example, so we're adding two particles often completely changes the meaning of the verb, right? Right. For good, let's go. Like 10. Right. So this is example 10, right? Let's look at this one.
I turned the car into the red drive.
Right.
Drive turn equals
Change direction.
Change direction.
Very good. I turned the car into the drive. So the meaning of turn here is change direction. Let's look at the other one where we have turned down. So we've added another particle here. So the verb
I turned down the volume because Dad was asleep. Turn down equals lower.
Lower. Very good. So turned down, it also means lower here, like up, higher, and lower, like volume. For example, what we're saying, the volume here, we say, and then that is high, and then I say, that is low, right? The volume of my pitch was low the second time. So turn down, right? So we have added the second particle. It means because of the volume, we are just turning down. But if it was turned with a single particle, it means to change direction. Like you are going south and then you change direction. You are now going north, right? That is to change direction. right? Okay. So for example, change direction, you're going this way, right? And then you turn, you are now going this way. That is to change direction, right? Okay, and then volume is just up and or down, right? To turn down, it is to make it down. The volume and like really good. Well, let's continue. Second one. Yeah.
There are two main types of
Phrasal.
pressure.
Phrasal.
Pressure.
Phrasal.
Pressure.
Phra- phra- Phrasal.
Phrasal.
Yes.
Verb.
Separable.
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 Separable. And
And
inseparable.
yes. And inseparable. Very good. So now we have separable, which is with, right? With separable, right? With separable, right? So what are we saying? With separable, can you say? Can you continue? With separable, right?
With separable.
Phrasal.
Phrasal. Verbs and verb.
The
And
verb
verb and
particle.
particle can be apart altogether. Who switched off the TV or who switched the TV off? However,
So
speaker
who switched off the TV or who switched the TV off? So these ones have the same meaning, right? We are asking the same meaning, right? So let's look at the second one.
however,
However, let's go.
uh,
Se- separable.
separable.
Phrasal.
Phrasal verbs must always be
Always
separable.
be separated. Separated.
Separated when you use a
A pronoun.
pronoun.
Yes. Continue. Let's continue.
Who switched it off? Not
Who switched off? Who switched it off? Right? And we have not
who switched off it.
right. Who switched it off, not who switched off it, right? So it here, the noun here is the pronoun here, it, right? Is the pronoun, right? You see, it has to be in between. Right. Okay, all right, so let's continue.
Turn on, off can have the same meaning as switch on, off.
Good. Like who turned on the lights or who switched on the lights. This is what we are saying. You have the same meaning as who turned on the lights and who turned on the lights, or who switched off the lights and who switched off, who we turned off the lights. All right, so let's go to the next one. This one, turn up or down or turn down. Turn up or turn down. Turn up or turn down.
Turn up or turn down means to increase or decrease the volume, hertz,
Heat.
power,
Heat.
power,
etc.
etc.
Very good. So etc is just saying so on and on and on and on, right? Etc. On and on and on. All right, and then about the last one here.
The last one is turn switch over means to
Change. Very good. All right. So usually, for example, switch over, right? So we have 1, 2, 3 lanes, and we are driving here. We are driving going here, right? You can say, can you switch over to to the outer lane, right? Can you switch over to this lane, right? Okay, so you are changing from here to here, right? From A to B, right? And also maybe when we're looking for right, and then you can turn right. So do you have any questions regarding what we have learned? Do you have any additions or an example you want to give out regarding what we have learned? No?
No.
All right, that is quite excellent. Right, so, all right, so let me just erase it all. All right, and so now tomorrow we will also review what we did so from those words which we did, the polite words in a crossword, right? We are doing a crossword tomorrow, so prepare, review those words which we did from the last exercise and the last topic about culture. Those words which included complain, reply, greet, so know how to spell them so that we are doing a crossword. So be ready, right? All right. So it is time for me to say goodbye. Have a good night, right? All right. I hope you're happy